Waffle,
Go on,
Timmy,
you do
Crack,
one. You do one.
Wormholes. No, let's hold on. 3.
Wait. No. You do one, then I'll do one.
Okay.
Go on. All right. Oh, it's almost like I can hear some after fizz. All right, here we go.
Yours is way better. Mine was soft.
Had a bit more velocity to it.
Yeah, mine was a bit like... Cheers, brother. Cheers out. We haven't done a single fucking episode in so long.
I know. It feels good, man.
To crack a tinny, we weren't cracking tinnies because I was doing Sober October for fucking... We're halfway through November and it's been that long since we've been able to just talk some shit about ourselves.
We've just had some amazing guests.
We've had the best run of guests we've ever had.
Yeah.
And they didn't stop coming and they don't stop coming back to the room and I hit the ground running.
Didn't make sense.
Here we are. That's a left full front.
That's
Brain
it.
gets smart, but your head gets dumb. I think that's the lyric.
Yeah.
So we're back.
Did you hear about the Smash Mouth guy?
No.
The lead singer of Smash Mouth?
No, what?
Supposedly he's a fucking loose unit, eh?
Loose lunatic?
A loose unit. Supposedly he's a legit loose unit. Like you go on, you type in like Smash Mouth Live, and he's fucking shit up.
Yeah, dude. You got to really. You're called Smash Mouth.
Yeah. If you're not throwing chairs at a Smash Mouth,
you're not going to delicately touch arms. You know, it's Smash Mouth. That's what you're here for.
We've got the twisted tongues today, don't we?
Oh, dude.
We've got the twisted tongues.
It's definitely not the weed or anything that we had.
Definitely not. No, exactly.
Couldn't be the beers. I'm not driving tonight. I've got my beautiful missus here in the studio who's refusing to come on.
Should we pan the cameras
and do
around?
The guestions. Don't ruin the focus on these beautiful faces. But tried to rope her in. Said, come on and do the guestions. She's turned me down. She puts her hand up through the show and puts herself back in. I'll invite her on.
Yeah, we'll get her on.
Let us know in the comments if you think my beautiful wife should answer the fucking guestions and stop being a rat toy dog.
Weasel.
Let us know. That's my granddad's wife who's fucking letting us down. So we're doing some waff tonight. We've been so clear, concise interviewers that are just worried about the stories we're being told. We just wanted to dial it back, put our sunglasses on at night.
Go back to the roots, man.
Go back to what got us here in the first place, right? And just dribble some shit. No plan. We have not made one single bit of discussion. No. This was meant to be a UFO ep. We said, finish the guess, do a UFO ep. Did we prep for the UFO ep? No, we fucking didn't. Because we've both been busy. Exactly. We've been hustling. We've been fucking getting shit done.
We've been grinding.
I got 3 gigs next week.
Bro, so tell me, so obviously you've got your grow show, your Bro grow show.
That's the last one.
Yeah.
So I got Tuesday Cranker. This isn't even going to be out in time. Unless we drop it this week. Oh.
Should we just auto drop this?
Let's drop this straight off the bat because then it's a plugging. I can plug my shows.
All right.
So I got Tuesday Cranker. Don't come to that one. Sorry, Cranker, but I got other 2 shows.
Sorry, Cranker.
Wednesday, I'm hosting Giggles.
Yep.
So that's a big one for me because I've never hosted a local.
You've never hosted?
I've never hosted a local show. I've hosted shows that I've put on, but I've never hosted one of Adelaide's nights before. So that's a bit of a big step for me.
Yeah.
That's why I said, look, Crankers, I'm doing 5 minutes. Wednesday, I'm hosting. That's the show. And then Saturday night, I've got my Mogro Bro show that I put together at Salisbury Sharks Soccer Club.
Oh, you're a fucking twisted boy.
And that one, I've built that from scratch with the help of obviously the club and some of the people that are doing the musical performances afterwards. So
that's going to be such a sick night.
If you're in the hood and you're hearing this early next week, then obviously get down to Salisbury Sharks Soccer Club. But what did they think was going to happen when they called it Salisbury Sharks Soccer Club?
Yeah, it's just like a fucking
tongue twister.
Yeah,
absolutely. So
say Salisbury Sharks Soccer Club 5 times real fast.
But that's how it works, right? So I do no gigs. I did do a gig last weekend, but do not many gigs and then do 3 in a week. That's always the.
That seems to be comedy, bro.
How often does that fucking happen?
It's strange. It's like it goes through a fucking desert tumbleweed spec kind of few months.
Yep.
And then it's just fucking double barrel shotgun like.
Well, it's good because it's like a slow build up to the show for the weekend. So obviously do 5 minutes on the Tuesday, probably do some new shit, test it out, host on Wednesday and get to do a bunch of shit because I'm up there so much. And then obviously I'll host again on Saturday where I'll open the night. We've added Rookie to the lineup.
Yeah, I was going to say. So is he confirmed or what?
Yep, he's got his material ready to go.
Fuck yeah.
He's like, so you're making like money from the show. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you're paying me? I'm like, no, cunt. You got to work your way up just like everyone else
Look
did.
at yourself, mate.
Like, do you think I was getting fucking paid gigs this early into my career? You've done 4 shows. I'm like, I'm like, you're lucky I'm putting you on the bill.
Yeah, hey, come on. Get some
and
fucking
he's like,
respect.
yeah, fair. I'm like, yeah, you got to fucking earn those. I'm like, Mark Ryan, he deserves to get paid for this shit,
exactly.
You know? Jay Michael, they've fucking put in their time. They've done so many free gigs you can't even imagine.
They've been to Vietnam and back and had the fucking mistreatment.
They get the money, whereas you get... I'll buy you a beer, maybe. Really? I think that's
maybe. If you pull enough of a crowd, I might buy you a beer.
Exactly right.
I might buy you a hazy little thing IPA Sessions Edition.
We got a long out of me the other night. I dragged him to my Rhino Room show. I was like, come down. Got him in for free. It was a $28 ticket, but I got him in.
Fuck, $28, really?
Yeah, they had a international, national touring guest who was hilarious.
Yeah, who was that?
Shout out to Craig Quartermain. I hadn't heard of him before the show, but I went and sussed him to see who the closer was, and yeah, man, hilarious.
Yeah, where's he from?
So from
Tasmania.
So, yeah,
I thought you said
worked with.
I thought you said international.
No, I said it.
I guess you said overseas, didn't you?
He's from Tas, but he has done work overseas.
So technically, it is overseas. But
he's worked with Jim Jeffries on like the shows that he's done. He's worked with some other big international acts. So. But he was down here. He'd never been to Adelaide before.
Really?
So he was really close with Amos Gill, and that from obviously Amos Gill being close with Jim Jeffries, so they all kind of knew each other, but he'd never made it to Adelaide.
Yeah.
I did that show last Friday night, which is my first Friday Rhino back in a while as well, since Fringe 2020 or just after. Before when we came out of first lockdown, I did one there, but I hadn't done one for over a year. So it was good to get back and do a Friday night show, and then I've got 3 next week.
So we're gonna have fresh material at the Bro Grown Roast show.
Yes. Well, I've been doing heaps of I've been doing heaps of newer shit. So yeah, you'll have some. Newies. You come to every gig, so like even my shit that's like new. It
needs to be the new.
There is a brand. There is a couple of absolute brand new bits that I only did on Friday night, just gone.
Yeah.
So you'll get some newies in there.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Get some newies in there.
And I'm just gonna be too loose to even notice anyway. So.
Oh, bro, that's obviously my plan as well. $5 beers, $7 jacks. Get down to the Salisbury Sharks.
And it's almost the end of the year. We're approaching silly season.
Where do you get $7 jacks from? Anywhere?
$7 jacks. Yeah, you don't get that.
Cheap.
Hyperinflation has not hit the jacks at the Salisbury Sharks Soccer Club.
No, and that's why I'm going to be there. They do $5 shots, which is dangerous for me because that's the thing that will fucking tip me over the edge.
Yeah, that's same.
So I'm doing plenty of.
You know me. I have two fucking beers, and it's like I've had a fucking schnitzel pack.
So I'll have a few beers, but then as soon as the show's done, I'm fucking straight. Hopefully, it means tequila in there, but I'll pay extra for tequila.
Yeah,
so we're doing some tequila shots. So get down to
let's have a fucking tequila slammer once you finish, bro.
We've never done one together, or did we?
I feel like we've done one together. Surely, you'd think.
You were more alert than I was.
Back to the legacy times.
Did we do one at the Woolshed that night on my birthday? Was he there as well? Yeah, me, you,
I was there.
Ty, I think. Yeah,
we've slammed it. Do you know what I actually haven't done though? The worm or the scorpion.
The worm
at the bottom of a tequila.
Next time we're gonna have drinks, let's go halves in a fucking bottle of worm tequila. You can get them from like Powers and shit. Let's get a bottle of worm tequila and we'll get lemons and shit and do some shots. Yeah. But then we'll also get orange juice and raspberry and make some fucking tequila sunrises.
All right.
We'll have a tequila night together where you've got to eat the worm at the end. It fucks you up, dude.
Oh, no doubt.
It fucks you up.
No doubt.
I've eaten a scorpion.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought there was more scorpions than worms.
Nah, I think it's...
Whatever.
It's just the worm to scorpion
whatever creepy crustaceans at the bottom there, mate. We don't fucking count. I'll eat whatever.
I think I've talked about this before, but they used to do back when I was. Remember we were talking about Ted's Platinum? Yeah, those 8 packs of Ted's that were like 2 standard.
Yeah,
drinks
but they tasted like piss, bro.
Well, they were $20 for 8 beers that were 2 standard drinks. It was a fucking bargain.
Yeah, but back then you might as well just fucking pay $20 and get a fruity Lexia. See, if I was just going out to get drunk, it was always going for me.
You're not a big beer person, whereas like someone who appreciated most beers already even that young.
Yeah.
Because I was drinking West Ends. But anyway, back in the day, they had a tequila premix called Crazy Mexican. Those things were just lethal because, again, we're so young. We're like 18, 19, and tequila just fucks.
Were they like the pulse of a tequila?
Yeah, but it wasn't an energy drink, but it was just a tequila, vodka cruiser, but a tequila one.
Yeah.
And it was more like remember those Wicked? Remember WKDs?
Yeah.
So imagine like kind of like the orange one flavor, but tequila and something like, you know, that's what these crazy Mexicans were. And fuck, man, I know why they stopped selling them pretty soon after they were selling them. Same with pulses, man. Those things. I've never like.
Yeah, but pulses.
I've done some things in my time, but the heart palpitations I had from pulses were nothing I've ever experienced before.
Yeah,
I honestly thought I was going to die.
Until they brought out the sugar-free ones, and then it was all fucking free for all.
What are they called now? There's something shit.
Are they still around? Or what's
yeah, but they're called rhythms.
Rhythms. Ah, look, they're
because you had a pulse.
Now you've got a rhythm. Yeah.
You got a rhythmia. Right?
They've got a regular rhythm.
Oh fuck!
There's that much sugar and fucking.
And everyone had the same experience. No one's like, oh no, I smashed Hell Pulse and was fine. Everyone's like, no, those things were fucked.
Yeah, it got pretty
like
dangerous.
That much sugar, that much guarana and ginseng, and then that much fucking vodka or whatever the fuck was in them.
I think it was vodka.
That's not a good combo.
Well, it was a good combo when we were fucking 19 because
dude, that was so.
But then they just got super expensive at HQ as well. They got to like $12. And this is before COVID inflation, mate.
We used to do a thing called Pulse Challenge, which was just like someone says Pulse Challenge. If you've got a pulse can in your hand, you neck the can. The lamest fucking thing. Oh,
speaking of lame fucking drinking games, do you know this actually popped into my head recently? Right, we used to play this game. Right, do you know the song "I'll Drink to That" by Rihanna?
I think I do. Yeah.
I'll drink to that.
Yes.
I'll drink to that.
I'm so glad I said I think so that you sang it.
Right.
Great, yeah.
We used to play this game where there was no fucking rules. It was just every time she says I'll drink to that, we drank to it. And if you go back and you actually listen to fucking how many times she says I'll drink to that in that song, you know what? I'm gonna fucking have a quick squeeze at how many times.
See how many times. Look up the lyrics. So on that note, I've got 3 funny fucking stories for you that segue perfectly into that. So we did a drink every time that they say Ron or Ron Burgundy and Anchorman.
Fuck.
Way more than what I thought. Then we did, then there's the Roxanne, the classic one. That's a classic. So you play Roxanne, and every time they say Roxanne, you have to have a drink.
Yep.
That's a fucking lot.
Yeah.
My favorite one of all time was Billy Madison, and you have to have a Billy every time they say Billy. Anyone who's listening is like, what's a Billy? That's a bong, cone.
Shit, that would have been fucking brutal too.
So, if you remember Billy Madison, there's a part in the movie where the dad's standing there in the room and he goes, oh, Billy, 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 what are we going to do with you? And everyone's just like, oh, and that was the end. That was the end.
Everyone was just like, no, we're fucking done with this.
6 cones in a row, and you've already had 6 or 7 at 20 minutes into the movie. Yeah, that was game over. But look, a good effort.
Yeah, that's fucking great. On the old I'll drink to that, right? So in each chorus there is 4 I'll drink to that, right? And I think that there's 4. There's 3 or 4 chorus, 3 choruses, but then a reprise at the end, which is just I'll drink to that. Yeah. So I think across all of them, there'd be at least around between 10 and 12 I'll drink to that, if I had to guess. And it wasn't just take a sip. It was like you drank the whole thing.
She sings,
yeah.
I drank to that.
There was no rhyme or reason to it. It was just
Have you ever done Centurion?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, Rookie's not going to survive it, but I think my brother would do well, and I don't know if he's ever done it.
What's Centurion? Would I survive it?
So 100 shots in 100 minutes.
Oh, fuck, I don't know if I'd survive that.
So you drink whatever you're drinking. So pick your drink that you think's going to fuck you up the least.
Probably vodka for me, but still, that would fucking...
The problem is the difficult thing with vodka is that you need to make sure you've got all your cups poured.
Does it need to be 100 straight shots of vodka in 100
No.
minutes?
No.
Okay,
so
I was going to say that's fucking wild.
But if you're going to do vodka, you're going to need either pre-mixed cans, which will be hard, or to make up big cups.
A few... that's not how
Because what you do is you grab your drink and you pour it into a 30ml shot glass, and then you have one every minute. But the thing that fucks people is, especially anything fizzy, you get that bloating.
Yeah.
And so that really kicks in.
Maybe I'll do it with cranberry juice, bro. Or OJ.
Something non-fizzy.
Yeah.
I think OJ would fuck you up because it's so much OJ.
Yeah, it's acidic,
I think cranberry juice is probably the fucking goal.
Yeah, and it's just light and breezy. And I fucking down
So I've done it 3 times, and I can honestly say, and I've got friends that can vouch for, I've never thrown up once, and I've survived all 3 of them.
The Centurion.
But I've watched so many of my mates not survive, bow out, vomit, and try and buy back in by drinking. None of that counts.
Yeah, no.
You got to do you got to do 100
Centurion.
shots in 100 minutes. So you sit there, you got music cranked, someone's got the timer on their phone, and every time it hit, you got to be ready to drink that every time the 60 seconds comes up.
Yeah.
And that's what fucks you up. It's that
It's the
little bit of
consistency.
alcohol every minute for an hour and 40 minutes.
What's
that's
the
what you gotta consider.
what's the hydrogen dioxide fucking situation like in between? You allowed to have whatever you want, or is it nothing?
Oh yeah, go your hardest.
Okay,
I think.
cool. Yeah,
the reason I never did because you're already pouring so much. Like I didn't want any extra.
Yeah, you didn't
loading.
want any more in there.
And I knew that
but
once
it's counteractive though, because you know you don't want any more in there, but you know
Yeah.
you need it to survive.
But it's like the bloating was always my problem. It wasn't the alcohol content.
Yeah.
I knew I could handle that.
But were you doing it with
It's
beer?
The bloat, yeah.
Yeah, well that's your problem.
Of course.
Yeah.
But that was the thing I knew that I could do that wouldn't. Like, if I tried to do premix cans or something, no fucking way. We never had spirits back in these fucking days. This is
what do you think?
like
What do you
bottled
think we were?
spirits. It was always beer or fucking
Goon.
like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So, but I think we should do it again. I've not done it in a
Sunnyvale.
long time, and I'd be keen to see if I could still hack it after all this time.
We should do a condensed one, right, on Friday, on next Saturday night at the Mogro Bro Show at Sharks Soccer Club.
I told you.
Tongue
so.
twister, bro.
It is
We should do a mini one where it's 10 shots in every 10 seconds, but actually shots, like actually shots.
10 shots every 10 seconds.
Yep. No, not 10 shots every 10 seconds. A shot. 10, you know what I mean? Like 10 singular shots
Dude, that would kill anyone.
every
as well.
10 seconds. Nah, fucking shit be right. What are you talking about?
You could do something. If you did like 5 in 5 minutes, 5 shots of hard liquor, that's fucked.
10 shots of hard liquor, one every 10 seconds.
That's only a minute 40. That's 10 shots of alcohol in a minute 40. You know how fucking bananas that is, cunt?
Yeah, that's
It's
probably
like,
a little
look,
bit.
what I'm trying to do, Rose, I'm trying to die, right?
I'm trying to
here's
die
what I'm
right
gonna
now,
do.
right?
Fuck me.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
But nothing beats the river for me, man, and that's my
Yeah.
favourite drinking game, and I'm glad that I inherited it. It's from a mate that I don't speak to anymore,
Is
which
it?
is sad, but you know what? He gifted me the greatest gift of all, which is that river.
He gave you the river. Last time I played the river was here a couple of months ago when we played, and I just couldn't cross it, bro.
It's such a good game.
Got to a point
because
where I got up
it's-
like 3 times to refill my drink, and I was just like, bro, I'm actually losing interest. I haven't crossed it in that long
It
now.
offers everything, and what I love about it the most is that anyone who's never played it before can sit down at a table with people that have played it 1,000 times.
Yeah, and
you
go
just
through.
tell them, you say, look, you just answer my question, and they follow it. Like with King's Cup and shit, fuck that. Everyone's got a different set of rules. Everyone argues, no, this means this. This means. I don't have time for that. I just
We
want
want
someone to
dedicated
say,
rules.
I want someone to say red or black, and I answer, and if I'm wrong, I fucking drink.
Yeah.
And that's the whole game, higher or lower, whatever.
Yeah.
And the only bit of like when the pyramid, you've got to
Bit of
look
fuckery,
and see if your card matches. Like, there's nothing difficult about it.
Yeah, you just need to get used to the flow. It took me a few times to get used to
Of
the flow.
course. And then the fact that you can be the one who loses and you have to do the river, and then you can smash it out and it do no damage at all. And then the very next person that gets it, you can
has the river for
literally
fucking
end their
light.
night.
Yeah.
And it's so like my group of mates that I've had forever, and we've done probably fucking 100,000 games of the river.
Yeah.
And in all of that time, there's only a couple that ever backed out, that halfway through a river said, I cannot continue.
Yeah, but it's understandable because sometimes those rivers, like they literally go. Like I said to you, like I
Triple deckers.
I think I got to my 4th deck when we were here, and it was just like I'm running out of fucking drinks. Like this is fucking silliness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
But you still, look, our rule for
you
our
got to
group
get
is
it done. But
you don't back out of it.
You got to get it
So
done.
the people that did, and they hate it. They hate that we bring it up. But if you didn't back out, then we wouldn't be having this fucking conversation. With
Sometimes
you,
you just got to learn to not back out.
Absolutely
Wait,
right.
what's your favorite board game? I don't think I've ever asked you what your favorite board game is. Hey.
I haven't played enough. Actually, I have played a few. I reckon, like, because I used to love Monopoly as a kid, but as I got
Monopoly's
older,
fucking gangster.
I think we've talked about it maybe on the pod before. Boulder Dash, and we need to have
Boulder
a games
Dash.
night one
Yeah, we
time.
actually do, man.
Have you ever played Boulder Dash?
No, I
All
haven't.
right, so what it is that someone pulls out a card. No, so a person pulls out a card and says, movie called something, something, something. And then you've got to write the plot of that movie. And the person who's got the card writes down the plot of the movie. And then everyone else writes down their made up plot of the movie.
Yeah.
And then they mix them all up and someone else reads them.
Yeah.
And then they've got to, then everyone's got to guess which one the real one is.
Oh,
and then like you
okay.
move, like depending on whether you fool people or whether you guess correctly is how you move around a board.
Okay.
So like it's so funny because like it just gets everyone
bit of creative, yeah, bit of creativity in there.
and sometimes you can't deny an opportunity to be hilarious. So someone will say something, and you like your idea is to fool people, but sometimes you're just like, nah, this is way too funny not to write. Nah, this is the thing. And so when someone's reading it out, everyone's just pissing themselves laughing. Clearly that's not the one, but it's just like a balance of that. I've never had a bad game of it.
Yeah,
I
fuck
played
yeah,
it
that's
as a
sick.
kid with my family and it was fun.
Yeah.
And then I played it with all my mates like when we used to get whacked as and play fucking board games. And oh, dude, it's never not a good time. And
Boulder Dash.
yeah, I reckon we should get it. It's
All
still,
right.
you can get it in fucking Target and we should have a games night one time. What
Yeah.
about you? What's your favorite?
Fuck, all right. Fuck, of all time? Yeah, I don't know of all time because there's, man, we used to play a lot of board games like when I was a kid with my grandma and shit. And Monopoly was like the OG, you know what I mean?
course.
But Monopoly, you know, I don't know. It's a cool game, but it's like the most basic answer if you're going to say, yeah, I'm fucking with Monopoly. Everyone's just going to say Monopoly.
And it's
you know?
toxic. It's actually
It's
not that fun.
yeah. I mean, it is fun if you're winning.
But you're so often not winning.
Yeah.
And that everyone who is winning is so toxic when they win.
But I've been playing this. So my sister, like when she was living in Canada, right? She learnt this game called Katan. Have you heard of that before?
No.
So neither had I, right? And then she got like a version of it, and we played it. And it's a little bit hard to explain. You've got like houses and roads, and you got to like build the houses and roads across the map, and you like gather points. But you've also got like resources, kind of like Age of Empires. So you've got like brick, hay, sheep, and something else. I can't remember what the other one is. Oh, rock. And like through that, you build these roads and you build these houses, and you go across this like trapezoid map. And man, it's fucking like the strategy in it is like intense.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. It's really cool. I got a bit tilted because I got real like nut busted in the first game. I couldn't get any brick, and brick's the thing you need at the start of the game to really like get you going. Couldn't get any brick, man.
Fuck.
I was bricked out, and then I played, and then I played again the next. Yeah, I played again the next time, right? And I was so traumatized by the lack of brick that I put my little things on the brick places so that I could like have so much brick. And then it was the opposite. So I had heaps of brick at the start of the game, but at the end of the game, I had no rock to actually like do the hotels like in Monopoly, like the big,
Yeah.
you know. Like, and I was like, fuck, my strategy game is weak.
That's so good. There was a fuck. I wish I could think of it, but there's like a star Monopoly. I'm gonna try and Google it, but it was like all the different moons, like, and you move across all the different fucking moons, and you try and like settle on like all the different things, and whoever like owns more of the fucking planetary system fucking wins at the end. And I played that as a kid as well, and that was awesome.
If there was going to be a Wormholes Monopoly, right? What would be Mayfair?
Can crack.
You reckon the can crack?
You
reckon the can crack would be Mayfair? Really? You reckon the can crack's the most iconic thing about Wormholes?
Oh, well, it could be mental health Mayfair, but I mean, we're on a Waffle episode, all right?
Yeah, no. But no.
Turn.
I reckon the intro song would be Park Lane.
The intro song
Would be Park.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
would be Park Lane.
Yeah.
But I don't know about Mayfair. Like, what is the most iconic thing?
I think Can Crack was a pretty good call.
You reckon can crack's the most iconic thing? I'm not saying it's not, but I'm just...
Nah, guestions.
Guestions has to... Yeah.
Guestions,
Solid call.
sure,
Solid call. Yeah, guestions has to be
the
Mayfair.
fucking Guestions Gateway or something.
I reckon the can crack could be where the
greens.
The greens.
Yeah, Can Crack Avenue is on the greens.
Yeah, Can Crack Avenue.
I'm literally messaging my auntie right now and being like, what was that Planet Monopoly? That's literally...
What was the Planet Monopoly?
Planet Monopoly. We used to play with Brendan, who's my cousin.
Those sours are really good, bro.
Bro, they're fucking sick.
This little hazy IPA isn't quite hitting the spot like the old sour. If I'm being real with you.
I just finished. I actually didn't. Again, I'm much more a
bit.
Oh, by the way, so We've just been nominated for Guest of the Year on Welcome to the Potty. Shout out to our boy Clay.
Shout out to Clay and the bung boom.
I realised that when we were doing our like 50, we didn't mention his episode. His episode was fucking killer.
I mean, there was lots we didn't mention.
Of course.
Know what I mean? But like, yeah.
But he was definitely up there in terms of like
one
of the fucking best guests.
And I fucking really enjoyed going and hanging out at his and talking about conspiracy and fucking...
With someone who's not a conspiracy theorist at all.
Yeah.
So we've been in his lineup of Guests of the Year. And so jump on our Wormholes page because the way you can vote is on there. And we win like a fucking dope ring, I'm pretty sure. Like a full like,
that's
NBA,
pretty fucking sick.
Like an MVP ring. And I think we deserve that, really. So get on there and vote. The nod from the wife over there.
I think your mic's fucking...
Have I knocked myself out?
Yeah, you did.
Out?
I think you did knock yourself out.
Oh, I didn't even fucking touch it. I got my mic stand, dude. I didn't even touch it.
Knock yourself out for once, mate.
I can see it.
Hold on a minute.
I can see I'm vibing.
Are you vibing?
I'm vibing.
All right, you're vibing. We're good.
So maybe it wasn't even a thing. Oh, who knows? Maybe
Who knows?
Who knows? Let's do a can crack just a second.
You know what? You know what we haven't done in a while?
Song of the week.
Song of the week.
Song of the... Give us your best one. I can't do that at all.
No. Go on.
They've not been good.
Nah, I don't know about that one.
I haven't can cracked in so long. I've like lost my...
Yeah. It's because you tried to put the can crack on Mayfair, bro. That's why.
Photos, babe. My fucking beautiful wife's just snapping pics of us.
She's just spamming.
Just snapping pics of us. Song of the week. Hit me.
Song of the week
first.
All right. So hold a sec. I need to make sure that I get it right. Because this is one of the most ridiculous breakdowns of recent time, right? And we haven't done it. Well, I don't think we've done a song of the week in a while, and not only that, but like a breakdown song of the week in a while. So I want to shout out the band Aviana and the song Overcome.
Oh, dude,
bro, did I let you know
that?
I think I did.
Yeah,
pure ridiculousness. Like, I thought the art of the breakdown was a dying art, but these motherfuckers literally...
There it is, right there in my liked songs.
Yeah, there it is. It's Freshie only came out last week. And
did you suss that Loon song that I sent you?
Relentless. Yeah, I did. The riffage and that was sick.
That will be mine. I'll go for that. So Loon, Melbourne. I didn't know they were Melbourne.
Oh, right.
So I found them through like the classic like bands that sound like this other band.
Yeah.
And so I sussed them, and then when I was sharing it to you guys, I was like, hold on a second. Scroll to the
have a
very
gaze.
fucking bottom of Spotify. Something Melbourne-based metalcore band. So I messaged them straight away because I love when people gas us up. And
Yeah,
these bands, they've got like 2,000 monthly listeners or something. Maybe I'm underselling it, but
dope.
it's
So they're local boys.
and they're from Melbourne. Let me so I don't get it wrong. How many monthly listeners? 6,000. I apologise,
6,000,
Loon, because you're
6,000.
clearly listening. But I messaged them straight away. I was like, cunts, Slapville, absolute Slapville. And they were like, thanks, King, with big fucking muscle emojis. I just love that. You got to gas other fucking...
You do. You know what? Like that's one thing that this world needs more of, a bit of fucking love, bro.
Bit of gas, bro. Especially
gas.
especially when you are in the business of creating something, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whether you're podcasting, you're a fucking artist of any kind, you want someone just to tell you that you're doing good work.
Yeah,
and
exactly,
So you always assume, like, and as I said, like, you know, I've done it to Polaris in the past, even when they were getting bigger, like just to, in case maybe someone isn't taking the time because they feel like they don't listen to it, just to tell them you cunts are killing it.
Yeah,
And,
it's a good thing.
I did
It's
it
a
to
good
Mirrors
thing.
recently. They replied and they were
Nice.
like, I did it to fucking, shout out to Ashley because I know you're listening. I got her onto Wind Waker.
Yeah, true.
And then she replied and she was like, can't. And I was like, what? Like, what's wrong? She's like, Wind Waker. I can't stop fucking listening to them.
Huge.
And I was like, how good are they? I screenshotted that. And then I sent that to Wind Waker.
Yeah.
And I was like, just in case you fucking wondered what's going on in the streets.
Yeah. On the
And they
fucking
didn't
the
reply
whispers.
for ages, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you know, sometimes they're busy.
Yeah,
And like
yeah,
3
maybe
weeks
they didn't
later,
check.
Wind Waker reply and they're like, you have no idea how much we needed this today. Thanks so much.
Oh, maybe they were just going
All
through a bit
the
of a tough time.
gratification in the world that I need to
Yeah.
send random bands.
Yeah.
To tell them that their shit slaps, dude. Just
Fuck
so
yeah.
if you're listening to this and you're like, I've been listening to some local band or whatever, and I do love them. Fucking hit them up and tell them because every now and then
and feed us a line. Give us some bands because
you
we're
all
all.
do. I can't really fucking tell you that you haven't. Oh, give us some bands.
Yeah, I'm
I
saying.
think say give us some love. I'm like these cunts fucking gas us up.
Yeah, no, not us. I mean, like, give us some, like, tell us some bands.
Yes, it
listen
doesn't
to.
have to be. We obviously love our metal, But give us fucking
give me
that
some
Triple
fucking
J,
indie pop, bro.
that triple fucking
that
J,
guy. Oh, he's
give
so
us
good.
some-
He's gonna
give us
some neo soul on a
neo-soul
Saturday
jazz.
morning.
Oh my god.
He nails it, bro. Because that's exactly what they're like. And text in 175-7555. This is Saturday morning mix with your man. This is the newest neo soul jazz band, Tyrannosaurus Funk.
Yeah. Tyrannosaurus Funk. And look, tell us what you're vibing. Tell us what you're feeling, because, you know, this is what we're here for. We're here to take you through your Saturday afternoon. Oh,
tell
dude,
us your
so
pronouns, because
fuck.
because seriously,
Don't get us fucking Dave Chappelle. Don't get us Dave Chappelle.
get us Dave Chappelle to the
Fuck me.
57th episode or whatever this is.
Speaking of a bit of controversy, right? So I shared a meme yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, let's discuss the controversy of it.
All right.
It started a bit of a shitstorm, and so, but I got tagged in this meme by a girl, right?
Yeah.
So a girl tagged me in this. She thought it was funny. I thought it was funny, so I shared it.
Yeah.
Right? And
As you do.
That's generally how memes work. And I try to always be making sure I'm, not trying to offend any people or whatever.
Bit PC.
Like, things are still fucking funny, right? So that's what it comes down to. So the meme says, girls do cocaine once, fight their boyfriend, and then update their bio like ex-user, domestic violence survivor, 3 months clean, mummy to Mackenzie Lee, follow me for my journey, right?
Fucking hell.
Which is just funny. That's funny. And why I find it funny is because these girls that are virtue signaling that they're actually going through some fucking thing and they're really not. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not taking anything away from people that are actually going through
Of course
those
not.
things. And
Of
if they
course
want
not.
to update their bio, go your hardest. It's about girls who literally do cocaine once and say, I'm a recovering addict.
The way I look at it, though, is like really the people that are really, really battling, they're not the ones talking about it on fucking social media in their bio, bro.
Right.
Yeah, let's be real here. You know what I mean? Like,
I share it. First comment. Dude, so misogynistic.
real.
And
Off the fucking bat.
off the cuff.
Shit.
So the first thing I replied was the tag from a girl.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, either she's really misogynistic or it's a joke. One of those two.
One of those two,
right?
yeah. But, you know, comedy in 2021.
And she came back again and she was like, no, right? And look, I do understand at a point how it can be perceived. I do understand that. But there's still an argument, and this is the whole Dave Chappelle thing that's happening at the moment. There's still an argument that things can just be funny and not trying to make fun of people in a certain situation. Things can still be a fucking joke. And that's what I said. I even said in my back and forth with this girl, which I'll go further into in a second. But I said, like, sometimes you just have to be able to look at things and be like, it's a fucking joke. Like,
Yeah, you need to be able to fucking disconnect. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the art of comedy can't be neutered this much, man. It's so bad. Like, it's being cut off of the dick every single fucking year, man.
Yeah.
Like, and people need to understand that, like, yeah, there's some serious shit going on in life, but if you need to be able to have a laugh at it, man. You need to.
Well, so this is what I said to her, because I was like, I share the most fucking uplifting and positive shit endlessly.
Yeah,
endlessly.
exactly, yeah.
And you've not commented on a single one.
They're the kind of
And
people
the
that are
minute
the victim mentality.
that I share something that's slightly on the cusp of controversial, you're the first one to call me out on it. And it's like, you're those people that are looking for that, who never comment on all the amazing fucking shit that I say or do, couldn't give a fuck. But the minute that I say something that's like could be interpreted a certain way, on it like fucking hotcakes. And what made me feel so good is that the girl who tagged me in it was like, commented and was like, I'd be a pretty shit lesbian. This is what she actually said word for word. I'd be a pretty shit lesbian if I was misogynistic.
Yeah.
I agree with Justin. This is how I interpreted it. This is how he interpreted it, as he's just said.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And then another girl commented like, please don't speak for all women. And again, I'm not trying to attack this person or whatever, because again, and I said to her many times, I respect your right to the opinion. These are my thoughts, and I never meant to cause any upset. But the things that frustrate me about it is that that's where we're at as a human race most of the time.
But you're on your personal social media page sharing a meme that you fucking found funny, right? And then this peanut has come through and gotten offended about it and caused all of this. You're now talking about it a couple of days later on your podcast.
Yeah, and I guess it kind of goes back further, because I've got an uncle, my mum's brother, who I was incredibly close with as a kid. He was my dad, who obviously struggled with his disability. He was my second dad. He did all the sports stuff and whatever that my dad couldn't do, right? I love this man to death. He was an absolute idol of mine. And way back in about 2015, and at that time, I've been doing comedy for 3 years. I'm at my edgiest. Like, I don't understand the world the way I do now. But I'm just trying to have a laugh, and I'm pushing the envelope. He didn't have Facebook himself, but heard about the edginess of my content through his wife.
Yeah.
And then pulled me up in front of our whole family on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Being like, I think it's fucking disgusting, the shit that you share, like like full getting into it.
Whoa.
And it was sad. It was already depressing for me because, again, this is someone who I idolized.
Yeah.
And I know he doesn't personally have Facebook. And I just couldn't believe that he was doing this right now on fucking Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day, bro.
And he was going like, how are you ever going to be employable when, you know, this is the kind of shit. This is how deep he fucking went. And rightfully so. Me and him don't have a relationship anymore. But the argument that I had to him, which I think is a valid thing as well, is I was like, you know, first of all, I'm doing comedy, right? So I'm not always going to hit the nail on the head, but I should be searching for what is funny and what's not funny, and gauging people's response. Yeah. And I said, second of all, about the whole employability thing, and because I said, you know who I am as a person. If there was a job that you advertised, because he was a business owner, that was perfect for my skill set and what you know of me as a person, would you employ me? He's like, yep. I'm like, but if you didn't know me and you went on my Facebook, would you employ me? And he's like, no, that's my point. I'm like, well, then you fucked up anyway.
Yeah.
I said, because you've just missed out on the perfect candidate for your job because of some stupid shit that he shares on his Facebook because he's also doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
I'm like, and you've decided now to try and call me out in front of all of our fucking family about it because you think you fucking know better. And like from there, we haven't really had much of a relationship at all. But that's just a semblance of this view that people have. And I hate that we're getting away from the ability to just, if something's funny, we can laugh at it without trying to attack the people or whatever. Like it can, some things can just be for the benefit of having a laugh. Yeah. And that doesn't have to come from some deep prejudice that lives inside us.
Yeah, like you don't always have to be offended. Like, fuck me. The amount of straight white male hate on the internet right now.
And guess what? When they make good jokes about that, I fucking laugh at it.
Me too, dude. And it's just like, I don't care. Yeah, I might be a straight white male, but it's just like, but I understand if they're making jokes about it, right? And they're having a laugh and they're finding it funny and it is funny, then it's funny. So be it.
One of the things I said to her as well was I was like, don't you see the thousands of girls, well, maybe not thousands, but the hundreds of posts that you see where girls are like, and I find this one's one of my favorite fucking men are pieces of shit memes ever, right? This is something I laughed hysterically at, is it was like, a guy says, I know a spot, and then takes you to the lowest point in your life. Yeah. That's fucking great. Yeah. That's great. That's so good.
Yeah.
And so when I see that, or I see like, you know, guys say all girls are crazy, but then they're the ones gaslighting the fuck out of them, or anything along those lines. Yeah. I can absolutely see where that comes from and why there's humor to it and it's funny and whatever. So, and part of the thing I said to her, I was like, well, then you need to be calling out every one of those. Because if you're going to make this blanket rule of anything that's like leaning into that is a problem, then outlaw everything. And I don't think you're prepared to do that because no one is. Yeah. They're only prepared to outlaw the things that they resonate with personally.
Yeah,
which is fucking stupid because that's not how censorship or whatever works. You know, it's about if you think something like, you know, racism is inherently bad, which we all agree with, then we need to stamp out all of it, not just that fucking suits the agenda that we're pushing or that we associate ourselves with. And I agree with that, right? But censoring anything that can be interpreted as fucking misogynistic or overtly feminist or whatever, like,
right? But the thing is
like
a
slippery slope into
the thing
every bit of speech.
You can interpret anything to be almost anything with context. You really can, man. 2 + 2 can equal 5 if you really fucking want it to. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I feel like perspective and common sense these days is so fucking blown out and so like bipartisan that it's become like, I don't know. I don't even know the word for it anymore. It's just become hypersensitive to the point that it's ridiculous.
And if her comment was followed by 5 other girls being like, you missed it with this one, And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, fuck. Because now I've got a sample audience of more than just some fucking crazy...
Yeah, but then at that point, you would have... The inner would have resonated with you and you would have been like, I'm not going to post this because...
Well, I would have said, okay, yeah, cool, I've missed this one. Probably deleted it and been like, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I apologise.
Yeah.
Maybe even messaged him being like that. I just thought it was funny. But when it's one and then there's other girls commenting to her being like, yeah, no, I don't agree. What is the likelihood that I've missed the mark? And again, like, you know... not to be fucking superficial, but like, you know, it's got a massive like count and there's an absolute combo of girls and boys. I've got other girls inboxing me being like, my God, that girl's a bit fucking like, So the audience is telling me that I haven't missed the mark and that it can just be funny. And thank God the world still has some fucking sane people in it.
Yeah.
Because I'm always prepared to be wrong about something. And that's the whole thing.
Yeah,
like,
you got to be
about
prepared
all
to
the
be wrong.
time. And when they've been talking about this Dave Chappelle thing and everything else, it's like, in order for us to find that perfect nuanced level of funny, we have to go too far sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if you always are playing it safe and operating between fucking 0.1 and 0.2, then you're never going to find what's fucking...
Well, nothing's going to be
in that
fucking
sweet
funny,
spot.
man. You
Because
just got
what we laugh at, when we go back and we watch Delirious or whatever now, we can laugh because, God, oh my fucking, holy shit, the shit they got away with. We can just laugh at it for what it was at that time.
Exactly, yeah.
If we sat there and watched that now and we're just like, oh, foul, disgusting, putrid man for saying these things.
It's just like you can't cancel somebody in time. Like you can't go back.
And they try to.
Of course they do. They do because these. I'm telling you, these people, they don't have a life, man. They don't have fucking substance to their life. Their life is on Twitter looking for something to be angry about. Yeah. That's literally their life, man.
Yeah. And it's just a crazy fucking sample of why we're at. And I guess while we're on the topic of content creators, I want to talk about the fact that I have fallen so unbelievably in love with Russell Brand again.
Oh, he's so good. I think we talked about him, was it last week? Or the week before that?
With Callum.
We talked about him with somebody, but he is just like, fuck, not only is he extremely intelligent, right?
One of the finest.
Like, and he just like the way he like pronounces and like strings together a sentence and the words that he uses and the angle that he comes it from, it's just so relatable and so like to the fact and so like just real, authentic Russell Brand, real man. And he lays it, and it's fucking funny. Like he's able to laugh at it. He's able to laugh at the fucking deep state, you know. And it's like it's very interesting to see his shift as a human being as well. You know what I mean? Like,
well, if you think about it, right, he did those trues. Where he did the trues in about 2015.
Yeah. I remember that.
And he was getting pretty fucking deep.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
And I think he got potentially scared off a little bit.
I think he did because he stopped for a while there, bro.
He completely stopped.
He did stop for a while there.
And it made me wonder if maybe they put the pressure on him a bit and now he's just like, he's come back at it from a better approach of like constantly reminding everyone, I am straight down the fucking middle. If there's corruption here, I'm exposing it. If there's bullshit here, I'm exposing it. I don't operate on any side of the fucking arm or the bird. But he came out and vindicated Trump recently about the Russia collusion. Obviously, the Durham probe ongoing and these people are getting indicted. And he came out and spoke up about the second to last indictment before the third one that he's come out again. And the mainstream media went hard. Right-wing extremist.
Yeah.
Similar to QAnon, fucking went so hard. And he did another video just being like, this is what you get touted with for just reporting the fucking truth.
Yeah.
Someone was indicted. The reason they were indicted because of lying to do with this, that's a fact. You can't spin that in any way.
Yeah, no.
And so for me to tell that and bring that to light and make my comments about it, and obviously, and he goes, I named the video "So Trump was right?" ? And probably,
of course,
sparked a little bit. I understand
because you need to get some fucking clicks.
But Trump was right because he said that these things were the case, and I'm reporting on the fact that these things are now starting to end up being the case.
Yeah.
That's not me being a right-wing extremist. That's me reporting on the fucking thing.
Just
maybe the mainstream media should try that. Try some fucking journalism.
Who the fuck actually like listens to the mainstream media anymore? Like seriously,
I don't think they do. And look at this Project Veritas thing
who the
at the moment,
fuck
being fucking raided over a story that they never.
Yeah.
They never.
They're trying to make an example of him, bro.
There's actually a lot.
It's not working, but they're trying.
Well, you're seeing what's happening with this Rittenhouse trial as
Yeah.
well. So they've painted him as this like racist fucking black killer, and he ended up the victims were white.
Yeah, and the guy just came out. The victim just came out and said that he pointed the gun at Kyle first. So the whole fucking thing is self-defense now.
Yeah,
it's like
the media are fucking like scrambling to try and cover their tracks with that. Then you've got what they've just done to Veritas, which is like highly illegal.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Durham probe. Then you've got Ghislaine's trial about to start. Like shit.
They know they're
really
dying.
Popping off,
they
man.
know they're dying. They're flailing, bro.
Yeah. And that's really what it feels like. I've been getting right back into X22.
Yeah, me too, bro.
I've been getting right back into Red Pill 78. Like I'm back in that feeling that I had.
I feel like what happened, like, you know, at November or December last year, where we got really disheartened, needed to happen, bro.
Yeah,
it did.
Well, I look at even now, and again, I want this to put this on Facebook, so I don't really want to dive into the Maxine. I'll call it the Maxine stuff too much, but I was telling Erika earlier, the most normal people that I could ever imagine being the most normie as, and I mean that in the nicest way, sharing their opposition of stuff that's happening at the moment is the biggest triumph for me in terms of this confidence that I have that this can't stay this way forever. Because
we've been sharing this shit for ages. I actually like recently when I went on to like, you know, like your pages kind of thing, right? And I saw that we're still admins for the Australia Awake, that page that we made like ages and ages ago. And I was like, fuck, like we haven't even fucking done anything to do with...
And you think about like in terms of how many more people are awake now than what they were when we had that page?
Oh, nobody was awake, bro, at that point.
So that's what gives me confidence is that the general consensus, the comments that I'm seeing, the things that are being shared at the moment are really people have had enough. Look at that fucking protest in Melbourne.
Yeah.
That was absolutely fucking bananas.
Yeah.
I've not seen a protest like that. We've seen them in France. We've
seen them in Italy. Seen them in fucking,
We've seen them in Europe. UK, I have not seen a protest that big.
Because we're normally pretty like, all right, kick up on the deck chair here. But now it's like people are like, you're not injecting my kid, bro. You're not injecting my kid. Which is fucking completely understandable because it's a 99.7 recovery rate. At the end of the day, man, people aren't really dying from it, bro. You know what I mean?
People have had enough, man. And
people have had enough
of this encroaching. The messages I'm getting from people that I would have never imagined messaging me being like, this is fucked up, what's happening to me, blows my mind. And, you know, I just hope that this is the catalyst for that utopia or the start of that utopia. I know that we've got a bumpy road ahead, but, you know, everything that we come at from is from that fucking avenue of just like when it comes, and why we say all the time that the mental health stuff ties into this shit is because we're at our lowest point now, like dealing with all of this. I know we are as a human race. I feel that energy.
You can feel the collective anxiety. Like I've actually said to Erika a few times in the last couple of weeks, I feel like anxious, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
And it's and like you realize it's like a collective anxiety because like, you know, everything's one at the end of the day. And so it's just fucking like it's a collective thing, man.
And we're all struggling so much with what people are going through. Like my heart is breaking endlessly when people tag me in this shit. But what I try to bring myself back to is the echo chamber that I'm seeing. It's so very seldom now that I see someone that's like telling people that they're a fucking lunatic or whatever. Like the overwhelming majority. It's not the silent majority anymore.
Yeah, no.
We've talked about the silent majority for many years and that a lot of people have thought these things or wondered these things but would never really buy into it. This has brought them into a realm of actually being like, fuck, there's some shit here that's going on and I don't like it. It's now affecting the people around me and whatever else. Like we've said forever, people don't go back to sleep. Once you get that
once
moment
you're
where they're
awake,
like, hold on a fucking second. Because soon as your brain goes, if they can do this, then all of that shit that I thought was never possible is now open for interpretation or open for possibility. And once your mind does that, you don't go back.
You can bury your head in the sand.
You don't go back to being like, nah, they've got our best interest.
Nah,
you never go back to that. So it's hard because I know that a lot of people are suffering right now and have already had to suffer as a result of this. But I think that the world that we could possibly have at the end of this,
we're really on the precipice,
that we want.
man.
the world that we all want, where it's fair, fucking equal go, where wealth is fucking distributed at least better than what it is. All of those kinds of things, man. And that's, again, what Russell Brand echoes all the time. He's like, you know, to pull down these systems that are fucking riddled with corruption, like it's all comes from that. He talks a lot about the mental health and the meditation and all of that, because it does tie in. The corruption and the systematic oppression of races or groups of people that are disenfranchised by a fucking corrupt system ties directly into mental health and meditation.
Yeah, it does.
Which is why we have those two things sandwiched together week in, week out, because they're not so different at the end of the day. Yeah. And I just hope that I'm right, man. I hope that this feeling that I have again, this positivity that I had about what was possibly unfolding, I'm starting to get it back again as much as it's even worse of a situation that we're in now. Yeah.
Well, did you hear about what's going on in Austria?
With them...
They're locking down unvaccinated people. And then in Woolies, and well, not Woolies or whatever the fuck they got over there. Let's say Coles or whatever the fuck they got over there. But like in their supermarkets, they're doing fucking vaccination checks. Tell me this is not Nazi Germany. And it's Austria as well. Like, Nazi Germany, motherfucker. Like,
I can't imagine that's going to
last. It's like the Aryan race certificate they used to have. You know that certificate they used to have that made you like prove...
wasn't that the whole Nuremberg Code?
Yeah. Well, what's the difference between that and a vaccine passport? Nothing. There's no difference. No.
And that's the thing, is that people think we're so far away from that, but we're fucking real. We're closer than we've ever thought.
Oh, bro, what's going on now? It really is D-Day now. Let's be real. It's really fucking D-Day now. If we don't stand up now, we're shit's fucked.
And that's where, look, again, as I'm scrolling down my Facebook now, people are, bro. They're speaking out.
Yeah, they are.
Every time I see it, I comment and I say thank you.
Yeah,
because I obviously I don't speak out as much as what I did, because I try to fucking protect.
Yeah, because you don't want to get fucking cut off. Because if you get cut off, like Wormholes could get cut off. I could get cut off, you know, like anyone that involved in us get cut off.
We've got a voice that's different than just our page, so I need to protect the page because it links to the conversation that we're having right now. Exactly. So I do be more careful than what I've been, but I have been more vocal lately because I'm just so passionate, and I need to make sure people know that I haven't wavered in my beliefs. Yeah,
your beliefs never changed. It's
I've had to be cautious.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's the way they've set it up. They don't want us talking about this shit, bro. They really don't want us talking about this shit.
That's exactly right. But people are standing up, and it's a fucking good feeling, man. And it's good to know that we're being vindicated more and more fucking day in, day out by the shit.
And it's not like we're fucking sitting here like asking for anything crazy. We're just asking for the world to be a fair place for everybody.
Yeah.
That's all we're asking.
Where greed and fucking corruption are not at the heart of everything, you know. Where, you know, big pharma's not just out. That's, again, you know, we've talked about this. We did a pharmaceutical episode fucking way before this pandemic ever broke.
We did actually.
And all the same shit that we fucking echoed is what is now being talked about now.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, if you're wondering, like, fuck, well, what did they think before this was a thing? Go back and listen to that, and then be surprised by the fact that it was like Conspiratorium 3 or 2. The same fucking shit that we're talking about now, but it's just applied to the pandemic.
Yeah.
So that doesn't go away. The opioid crisis that happened in fucking America, that they're now still like paying out lawsuits and shit for, getting people addicted to fucking oxycodone and shit like that, doesn't go away. So it's like, if that were all real, when they fucking de-sterilized women with bad contraception in fucking third world countries, when they said glyphosate was safe for people to have on their fucking hands, all of these things, that doesn't go away now, and they suddenly care about us in the midst of this.
Exactly.
That's all you need to know, you know? So, and again, I'm open for them to be wrong about things and to think that there is this threat and rush things to market. Do all of that. But don't fucking force us to have it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care. You say this is ready and safe and you should have it. Even do all of that, and I can disagree with it, but have that choice to not go and get it myself. And I'll have my hissy fit. Yeah. But then as soon as you start threatening, and, you know what I'm seeing now from the normies, and I say that in the nicest way, but people who have never echoed these things before that we've said, that are saying like, you cannot say. I'm sick of seeing people say you've got a choice, but your choice is to either have it and have a life or not have it and have no life. That's not a fucking choice.
That's not a choice.
It's coercion.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care what way you spin that. And the people that say that, well, you do have a choice. You can just choose to never fucking leave the house again. That's not a fucking choice.
That's not a choice.
We can't survive without leaving the fucking house.
And especially when, You have drugs like ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, monoclonal antibodies, all these treatments that are proven to work, and just more and more evidence are coming out that they work, right? You got those treatments, but instead you've got billboards all around Adelaide, billboards, and like, you know, it's like the free candy in a van fucking situation. Government will give you $1 million to the random vaccinated person. It's like, bro, like, you're pushing too hard. We can see what's happening. We can see what you're doing here.
Makes it so scary. Yeah, have to, because if something's so good for you, like, no one's had to force me to have Panadol. I just knew that it fucking helped my headache.
Yeah, and like
so I just fucking have it. My asthma puffer. No one had to fucking hold me down and pin it, because I knew that when I breathed it in, it relieved that feeling of like unstoppable coughing that I had. Like, if I can see the benefit in something, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Yeah, and that was like the thing that you sent to me yesterday. It's like, you know, we've got vaccines before for measles, for polio, for tetanus, for whatever, right? But we were never forced to get them. Really, let's be real. We were never forced to get them. You just got them because they worked.
Yeah.
Right. And there was significant study and safety data done on them.
Yeah.
Right. We were never forced to get the flu vaccine.
No.
I haven't got a vaccine in 10 plus years, bro.
No, I haven't had anything since I had.
And I'm fucking quite fine, right? And the thing is like, why is now, right? Is this one virus that's not even that deadly in the scheme of things, right? Why is this one virus all of a sudden all your rights taken away? You can't go to Woolies. You don't have a job. You can't do this. Because you don't have this fucking vaccine. Not only one of them, you got to get 2 of them. Now they're going to three of them. If you want, it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop.
I saw the other day where it's like, oh, I can't wait for the 6 shots to be fucking hating on the 5th shots because they're fucking behind. Like, that's what it's going to get to.
Yeah, it will. Yeah,
and it's a never-ending slippery slope. And I said, I commented on a status the other day where someone again was sharing, like, you know, this is bullshit. And there was 2 or 3 comments from blokes, and this is where I'm seeing more narrow-minded bullshit from middle-aged blokes.
Yeah,
than
dude.
Else. I'm seeing a lot of women waking up.
It's always the fucking Kevins with the Harley Davidson as their profile picture.
So
just fucking harden the fuck up, cunt.
So they were saying on this post, they were saying, oh, so I can do fucking eckies and I can fucking rack all this coke and drink all this beer, but then you're going to be worried about what's in a fucking vaccine. And then there was a few of that same sentiment. And then I commented and I said, look, no one forced you to do any of that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I said, just as they haven't for what I've done in my time. I said, but I tell you right now, the minute that I'm at 5 a.m. kick-ons and some cunt looks me in the eyes and says, rack this fucking line right now, you're not leaving the house, I got a big problem.
Or you lose your job.
Yeah, I got a big fucking problem.
Yeah, then you got a massive problem.
And the likes that I had on my comment, no one argued with me. Everyone was like, it got fucking light. And I was like, it was just, it made me feel so good because the status was a certain way. The comments were like, nah, you're a fucking idiot. And then my comment, everyone was like, yes, I agree. People commenting. And then one of the guys who said the thing came back and said, oh, I was only mucking around. I do agree there should be a choice.
Fucking backpedaled because he knows he looked like an absolute fucking peanut.
Yeah, exactly. But it's still good to see. I'd rather see that comment get made, I make my comment and they go, oh, I agree, we should have a choice.
You're always going to have people that are just so fucking tucked into bed to sleep that they, you know, you're going to have Hillary Clinton on Channel 9 News getting rolled out in fucking handcuffs and thrown into Guantanamo Bay, and you're still going to have the Kevins with Harley Davidsons and anime as their profile picture, telling you that fucking, telling you that it's a lie, it's all a deep fake. Like, it's you know what I mean? Like, it's never going to...
John, I love, bro. I said like 15 minutes ago, we're not going to go down this path because we want to post this on YouTube.
We're still going to fucking post it on there anyway.
Stop, bro, because we're fucking passionate.
Because once we're deep in the Torium, we can't climb out. It's like we're the gladiators in the fucking...
this on YouTube. Fuck it.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. They're not going to...
Vindicate me.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now,
give us another strike because I've been begging for a strike for the longest.
When we post this, we've got the raw footage of this, right? We'll play this clip of me saying, I fucking dare you to ban me for speaking out.
Yeah.
Right next to your little, like, we'll put that clip and then it will be on top of your ban.
Yeah.
And I'll put it everywhere.
Yeah.
I'll fucking put it in people's mailboxes.
It'll be good. It'll be good marketing for us, mate.
Really? It will.
Yeah,
so
it will. So let's do it. Let's go. Come on, Google. Let's go.
Now, Erika, this is your last chance after we've just had a hot hour.
Come on.
Content. Yes, that actually looks so funny. And 3, 2, 1. That was better, but there's still... we're back anyway. We have not done a break with videos. It was nice just to have a pee, grab a beverage, and welcome our very short temporary guest. Not short in stature, but short in terms of the time. Well, both. Welcome to my absolutely gorgeous wife, Erika, formerly Diamondopolis, now Saw, to answer the guestions. Welcome to Wormholes.
Hello, thank you for having me.
She's sole of my sunnies, so you get to see my beautiful blue eyes now. I'll just stare.
His future is no longer that bright.
No, yeah, it's not really, because my wife's on here and she's going to take any hope that I've had from me on this podcast and just smash it by answering the questions. So let's get stuck in, shall we?
Yep.
Favorite song of all time? Bang, lay it on me.
But you know that you know the rules, don't you?
Yeah. Even though, no, actually, no. Fuck her, because I told her before we got on, I was like, come on and do the guestions tonight. And she was like, what are they again?
I knew
if
them.
anyone should know what the guestions are,
Should be
I
you.
know them,
it should be my wife.
I haven't ever thought that I would actually come on here.
Well, there you go. So question number 1. Dun, dun,
Well, I've
dun,
already
dun.
thought about all my questions.
Oh, okay.
Like
What's your
every
favorite song
time
of
I
all
hear
time?
you guys.
Hold on, can I guess?
Is it Slim Dusty?
Can I guess as your husband? Can I guess
would
your
probably
favorite song of
know.
all
Can I
time?
guess as well?
All right, you go.
Oh, actually, nah. You
So, you're like, all I can think of is Slim Dusty.
Slim Dusty's you.
You can both guess.
I think Crooked Path by Polaris.
Yeah.
Yes!
You should have just answered for me. You're going to get every
No,
time. That's
well, no,
literally
because that's
my-
not fair. Because that just I'm getting to demonstrate how good of a husband I am.
Or
okay.
anything from like divination, I reckon.
Yeah, what song?
Yeah.
What song particularly? If you had to say one from Divination.
Mine's
They're too
Winterfell.
good. Pardon?
Mine's Winterfell. I fucking love Winterfell.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Have we reached our destination?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of Winston. Bit of
I
with
love
that.
the whole album. The whole album is a vibe. I can't even pick my favorite because it's just a vibe. So
That weird whale. Is it a whale or is it a creaky
Yeah.
ship door?
I reckon it's a whale and
Sounds-
a creaky ship door having sex.
Both. Yeah, creaky ship door getting fucked by a whale. Let's message them, right? We said about messaging bands. I'm going to message in Hearts Wake and be like, random question.
remember the album
End of
release in
departure.
2011, like-
Yeah, is it a creaky ship door or a whale getting fucked by a creaky ship door?
Do it.
All right, I will do it. I'll do it and I'll report back
That
next
is
week,
some
see if I got a
wax
message.
balls. Seriously.
We'll put a secret screenshot on the card.
Oh, we will. All right, question number 2. Who is your favorite? Who is your favorite comedian or comedic actor of all time? And it can't be me because I know it's me. But who else?
Okay, well it is you. You're always going to be my number one.
Thank you.
That's a hard one. I reckon Bo Burnham. What is it? Bo Burnham.
He's amazing.
Yeah, he's great. I know he's like your favorite.
Did you
but
like the?
I really
did you
like
like
him.
that new special? The one
No, she hasn't watched it
I
yet,
haven't
so she
watched
can't
that
even
yet
say.
because the reason, in my defense, when I come home after you and Aaron watching that, the vibe was like really like. So I haven't watched it
Yeah,
yet.
because you haven't seen it yet. It's fucking.
Yeah, that's why.
Wait, can we watch it when we go home tonight?
Yeah, we can.
Fuck yes. All right, that's
I
going to
think
be.
I
I'm
was
so
just
happy
got
about
like,
that.
oh my god, what just happened?
Yeah, she thought, I told you that. She thought me and Aaron had a fight. Because her and Kim got back and they were like, no, what's wrong? Something's wrong in this room. I'm like, no, you don't understand. We've just been on an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
And I'm questioning my very existence and the meaning of life. That's why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling and the vibe that you can
The
feel
thing
in
that
the
got me the
room.
most with that was the 30th birthday.
So, I know, right? Because we can fucking feel that. Yeah, you're going to... Let's
I'm
watch that
gonna
when we
cry.
get
I
home.
just know it.
So I've only watched it once because I'm someone who... A lot of people like to spam watch things. I can't do it. I like to watch it and then forget about it and then watch it and try to get as close as humanly possible to that first experience. But speaking of him quickly before we get to question 3, a song that he does from that album at the end, from that special at the end, sort of like a country-ish music artist called Phoebe Bridgers. She's released a cover of it and she's been closing all of her shows with a cover of this song. Someone uploaded a video of them from the crowd, of her doing the cover, and then they pan to the audience, and there's him and his missus in the audience smiling at this woman doing a cover of his song.
That's fucking rad.
I got fucking goosebumps
Yeah.
now, like talking about it. Like that
Sweetest.
is the biggest full circle, like, and because you can hear the crowd singing along to a cover of a song that's only been out for less than a year.
Yeah.
And he's in the crowd with his arm around his missus, smiling at people watch, just crazy. And like, again, there's been some fucking amazing shit that's come out of this fucking bullshit pandemic time. So we need to go home and watch that special because I'm fucking excited now and you're going to love it. Question number 3. Have you ever meditated before?
Yeah. I've done meditation by myself, but I've also done I've gone and done sound bath meditations with a group, and that was amazing. Yeah, like
tell us a bit more about that.
So there's this lady in Smithfield that I started going with like all my Zumba friends with, and she's got like a room and it's all like just decked out with like pillows and like just loads of like fabrics all around the rooms and like that. And she has like bowls where she like everyone lays down and they just get all comfortable, and then she'll just do all the sound bath sounds, and it's like amazing because it's like a guided meditation, but you're kind of doing it by yourself as well because she doesn't really talk. She just plays like the sounds and she'll like touch you like, and you'll just like feel like warm, and then you'll feel cold, and like she'll spritz you like that kind of stuff. And you just go on a journey. Like sometimes I've like felt like I've fallen asleep, but I haven't fallen asleep. I've just been in like, a dream
trance,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah, like a trance, and it's been amazing.
That sounds very cool. I'd like to do one of those with a full, like those gong type things that they hit, isn't it? Where it makes that like really long resonating sound. Yeah, I could fuck with that heavy. That sounds so good.
Yeah, like you can see colours and just like you know, if you go into it asking a question as well or something like that, and sometimes it will be answered, sometimes it won't be, but sometimes you'll find something else that you've discovered about yourself or something that you've been, you know, thinking about and everything like that. But I do really feel like when you do it in a group, you just feel completely different. Like I feel like with everyone around you and like everyone's energy, it just feels like so much magic because you're all going on
through it at the same time.
All
so
your
you're
energies
all
are
emanating
Yeah,
that.
definitely. Yeah. A lot of healing in one room happening like that. And then everyone, when we come out of it, we'll just sit for a bit and we'll talk about our experiences and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been
That's
amazing.
so good. And like I've been telling you recently about my friend who started that breathwork business, and I'm so interested in these different kinds of, because people have different experiences of these different kinds. And I really want to start going and trying all of these different ones. Like what you've just mentioned sounds incredible. The things that she's told me about what breathwork has done for her, and we know obviously breathwork is a massive thing in the dealing with anxiety and whatever. Like I'm so interested to see what these experiences do for me, even someone who, you know, feels like they're pretty okay and doesn't have this like deep-seated trauma that they need to uncover. But so someone who's just going in there trying to take something from the experience and grow even more than what I have, I definitely want to try these things. So yeah, that sound bath stuff, that's not something someone's talked about before. So this is why we had you on, babe, right? Is to give us the fucking inside goss.
So good. But I will say also, like you saying that you feel like you don't really need it. Like I feel like everyone, you know,
Can
benefit from it. Like even if you feel like there's not something that you're like, you know, struggling with, you might be picking up on other people's energy like we were talking about before. Like I feel a lot of other people's energies and stuff like that, and I feel a collective energy all the time. So sometimes I'm always on edge and I'm like, but nothing's happening to me. And it might be just things that I've like grabbed from other people that I just need to like let go.
You can already tell that we're going to get messages straight away. Like, you just had her on for the guestions, you fucking pig. She's just dropping wisdom on us, and you didn't even have her on for a full episode. Well, guys, I had to I just got yelled at before for like, I told you not to push me on to do this, and then she comes on here
beating so
and
fast.
drops hot bombs of fucking juicy knowledge. So, well, now that she's got a taste for it and she's like, I'm enjoying the thrill, we'll have her back for a full ep, okay?
Okay, yeah.
And question number 4, we talked about this on the way here, what is one conspiracy that you absolutely believe in?
There's a few.
Can't think why.
Okay.
Can't think why. It's not like
Yeah.
you're surrounded by people that believe in
Oh, there's so many, but I think we should leave that for. I would love to come on here for a
Yeah, when you
conspiracy.
come on here, we'll actually do it.
I would love that. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
Because
it.
I need to learn more as well. So that
Do
would
it.
be good.
Part and receive knowledge.
Yeah. Just from both.
definitely.
Okay. I'm not going
I'll
to
just
go
be
there
here
with my
going,
wife.
yeah.
Just, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I know. The, when I, yeah. Welcome to Spit Roast.
Oh my God.
That's how you know we're all very comfortable as friends, okay? And the fuck question did I just ask her?
Conspiracy.
So here's the next one. I'll tell you this.
Which wormhole?
Whip it across. What? What's the greatest piece of advice you've ever received?
No, she didn't tell us her conspiracy yet.
Yeah.
She said, I believe a lot.
Oh no.
No, she said the real hectic ones. She doesn't. She's going to give us one that's like,
Go on, give us the real hectic conspiracy and then give us your advice.
yeah,
Oh God.
double us up.
My advice for my conspiracy.
No.
Oh, my advice.
Tell us a
for-
conspiracy that you believe in, and then the best piece of advice you've ever been given.
The conspiracy that I really know is real is definitely 9/11. Like, there's just too many things you can't deny that. But that's just like lame. I didn't want to say that one because that's just so obvious. There's so many. There is so many. There's so many that we've talked about as well. But I reckon, like, definitely aliens. Like, well, that's not even a conspiracy anymore. That's not. I wouldn't even.
Conspiracy
that one.
fact.
That's a fact. Yeah. Oh, there's so many. There's so many. But yeah, I want to leave that to a proper like episode where it's.
Okay.
Feel like
All right, that's still good. 9/11 and aliens. That's a good recurring theme of people. Ones that people are like pretty generally like. That's a load of shit. And you know, look. Hopefully, we're gonna look back and people are gonna say the same thing about this whole COVID thing. So the next question is, what is the best piece of advice that you've ever been given?
Well, I reckon you have done a lot of I reckon the best advice that I've ever had has come from you.
Thank you.
One of the best things that I remember, like there's a lot, but one of the biggest things that helped me, I reckon, snap out of, because I've always like suffered with social anxiety and just other anxieties and stuff like that. And I think the best advice that you ever gave me was just like, look, you're not that important. The world doesn't revolve around you. When you realize that not everyone's looking at you, not everyone's giving a shit because they've got their own crap going on, like I just was like, oh yeah, like that makes sense. Like I don't, you know, when you realize that not everyone's looking at you, not everyone is giving a shit, things just change. You're just like, oh yeah, like I can start to just like do my own thing. Like no one's caring, you know? So, but I think anxiety is such a weird thing. Like
It's unexplainable, isn't it?
it is like, and sometimes you just don't know why. Sometimes you do know why. And then, you know, but it's all a learning thing. So, but that is like one of the biggest things I think that I reckon I had a massive change after you said that to me.
And that was a Bo Burnham thing as well. The way to explain it, which I kind of understood a bit when he went on a podcast and he said about his anxiety being so bad. And the biggest thing for him was realizing that because a lot of people get caught in that trap of thinking, no one understands what it is that I'm going through. No one understands what it is to be in my brain, to be in my thing. And it's like, well, no, everyone's going through it to a certain degree, or it manifests itself in someone's way, in different ways. And yeah, not everyone's looking at you and judging this or worried about that or thinking you're doing this or not doing that. They're just they're all going through that internally at varying levels. There is always going to be someone who's a complete fucking piece of shit, but they make up such a small percentage of the majority of the population that the majority is all sitting there and worrying about the exact same things.
Yeah.
And if all of those people came together and went, oh, fuck, yeah, I feel that too, or I feel that too, or I felt that too, we wouldn't have that problem.
Yeah.
Like even someone, again, as I said, you know, I had listened to that and I was like, fuck, that is the answer. Is that for us to realize that, yes, we all have varying levels or whatever, or we exist on a wide spectrum of how we feel, but we all share the same concerns. We're all worried about how people perceive us or whatever. People can say, I don't care what anyone thinks. Normally the people that say that the loudest are the ones who care the most, you know? So we all do care to a certain degree about different things on that level. But that's it. If we understand that and that we're not so important because everyone's struggling the same way, then we can find that community that we talk about so often within these people and not feel so obsessed with ourselves, because that's the thing, we're so like self-obsessed in a negative way, because it's being self-obsessed in a like, you know, narcissistic way, but we're also self-obsessed with like, oh, I'm doing this wrong, I'm doing that wrong, or people are going to think this.
But like also that's social media for us as well, and like what we've been brought up to, and also, you know, just just because, you know, I feel like it takes that one arsehole, like you were saying, like there is, not everyone is giving a shit, but if there is that one person that can change, like there is that one person that is an arsehole to you, and then it can just start like leading to all your anxieties and stuff like that. So as much as it is like a thing where it's like, oh, not everyone gives a shit, like I feel like mental health is still like an issue, and it is really real. And it's just like, it's okay for us to be like, oh, well, just get over it. Like you know, the world doesn't revolve around you. I'm not saying that, but that was just personally for me. It helped me because I was like, oh my gosh, that was my problem. I felt like didn't matter who it was. Every time I'd go out, it would be like, I didn't want to go out. I'd fight with you over it. And then like, it would be something stupid. And then I would go out. I would be okay. But then the whole time after we've like left, I'd be like, did I say this wrong? Did I do this wrong? And when you said that to me, I was like, no one gives a shit. Everyone just wants you to be happy. You know, there are amazing people out there that just love you for you.
And you have no idea how many people will hear you even say that sentence and resonate with that unbelievably, because that's how, when everyone comes to terms with what it is that they've been struggling with, that's what they say. They say that, you know, I overanalyze every social like situation that I have. I think I said this, or that they hate me, or I did this wrong. That exists in nearly every person who says that they've suffered with anxiety. That's the common theme. So when you're not all that different, and that's why in the nicest way, you're not all that special, because we all have it. And if you realize that this room full of people that you think are judging you are all actually sitting there judging themselves and being worried, then you're going to feel more connected to everyone, right? Because you're not going to feel, because it's so isolating to feel like they're all judging me and I'm judging myself and I wish that they weren't, when instead of like, we're all judging ourselves and hey guys, I fucking love you all. And everyone goes, oh, breathes that sigh of relief. Like, fuck, we're all not stressing about whatever the fuck it is right now. Our hair, our this, whatever, our job, our fucking vaccination status.
Yeah.
We're just able to exist in this realm and try and fucking make the most of it. And that's what we're here doing right now with our fucking sunglasses on, doing a podcast. Is having and I'll drink to that, Rihanna. All right, final question to wrap us up. And the answer to this really determines the remainder of your relationship with me.
Yeah. Who are more friends with me or
who would you rather fight to the death? What is the easier fight to the death?
Oh, now you're reframing the fucking context, mate.
Who would you rather fight? A horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
I don't know what the right answer is. Well, a horse-sized dog, because I love dogs. And I just really want to see a massive one. I love them so much.
That is the best answer we've ever had.
And I reckon...
I like that.
But do you realise that you're
really
walking up like, oh, you're so good, and then just stabbing a knife?
I reckon they would love me so much. I'd be like getting on top of it, and I'd be like fighting everyone. Like I'd just be like conquering that dog.
You'd lure it into a false sense of security. It would trust you, and then you put arsenic in its food.
Whoa, that's fair.
Yeah.
But I do like your avenue of like, I'm not fighting it because I'm going to befriend the giant duck.
I reckon that
and then I'm going to ride through town on my giant duck, and then there's going to not to be.
To change it up then, what would you rather befriend? A giant duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Well, it's going to be
the dog.
The duck.
Every time.
But you love horses, you bitch.
I do love horses. It's so hard. This is the worst question for me because I love horses and I love ducks.
Well, you've seen. All right, so something that you can contribute to this though. You've seen horses fucking be mean as well. But you did watch a duck try and attack one of Winston's friends at the Botanic Gardens. And when
sorry, Ree.
and when you laughed at it, you were stared at.
I think I got that
meanly.
really bad thing from my nan because every time anything bad happened, she would just be like laughing. Like I fell off a horse one time and I was literally winded. I couldn't get up for like 5 minutes crying. She's like sitting there laughing.
It's funny.
So there
I'm
you go.
sorry, but that's a duck chasing a little kid is funny. And I love you, Ree, but I know that you can look back at this now retroactively and see
but the
the humor in it.
I got from that mama, I was just like,
Oh, because it's mama, it's protected mama mode. But even on the train on the way home, we all laughed about it.
We
so,
were okay. But,
well, thank you so much for jumping on for our little 20-minute guestions segment. We appreciate your time very much. And I look forward to my celebratory gobby when we get home. And
Listen to him.
to my
Loves
man,
himself. Fucking love.
to my man Ty's, to do a solo non-guested show has been an absolute pleasure, as it always is. Just banging out, like trying to just stay on the train of Waffle and just taking a sharp right, drifted,
away.
handbrake up turn into the conspiratorium.
We could have gone sharper.
I think we were fairly tame, really, in the scheme of things. But always a pleasure, my brother. Get out to Cranker next Tuesday, Giggles on Wednesday, the Mogro Bro Show at the Salisbury Sharks Soccer Club. Fuck me, got it out.
So close.
Next Saturday night, we fucking love you all so much.
And hit up marketing too.
Oh, there you go. Plugosaurus Rex over here.
There we go. We'll have to use that as a
Get some
soundbite.
leads. All right, I love you, cunt, so much. I'll see you soon.